Most welcome to Historienspanarna History Reconnaissance. This time we go to war on the $1 million hovercraft, the US Navy and Army PACV, patrol air cushion vehicles that operated in the Mekong Delta and the inland wetlands of South Vietnam between 1966 and 1970. 6 of these were designed and built, 3 for the Navy and 3 for the Army. The Army version had heavier armor and initially also heavier armament. So, let's watch these in action, and please, like, share and subscribe. It means a lot to us. Before we launch the PACVs, let's just see the sights and dangers from a swift boat.
Past experience on these irregular patrols in this area have taught the crews that the enemy remains unseen, but always there, watching from the banks. Often it's a matter of when he will strike, not if. The bark of Chinese Communist AK-47s comes from the left bank. The soft whoosh of badly aimed B-40 rockets comes from the right bank.
These monsters are more commonly known as hovercraft, the strange land and sea vehicle that rides on its own cushion of air. This operation is actually an experiment for the hovercraft. Before this, they were used mainly for river patrol. Now they are being thrown into direct combat with the Viet Cong to see how they will fare. The VC often ride in camouflage sampans under trees and in patches of brush. Helicopters spot the sampans from the air and then drop a smoke grenade to mark the spot. The hovercraft then move in, guns firing.
Elements of the Army, Republic of Vietnam, familiar with the local terrain, assist in the mission. The PACVs are driven forward by an airplane-style rotor, and twin 50 caliber machine guns highlight the vehicle's armament. Nearby, armed helicopters take off to help support the PACV surface operations. The strange-looking craft move out on the first leg of a typical one-day mission in the area of Moc Hoa, southwest of Saigon. This is a low-lying farm region, but the unusually heavy rains have caused floods which have not yet receded. The craft can travel over both land and water at speeds up to 60 miles an hour. At a prescribed point, the choppers overhead join the PACVs, keeping in constant communication as they search the vast flooded district for any sign of activity. The helicopters continue their aerial surveillance, reporting to the craft below any suspicious movement. Soon, an unidentified boat is discovered, and a PACV races to intercept. The boat carries women and children. The refugees report that the Viet Cong have taken their possessions and are now using their house as a stronghold. Meanwhile, a security patrol searches the area. After questioning, the women are given food and clothing and allowed to continue on their way. The PACVs alert the helicopters, and together they speed across the trackless marshes for the hunt. The armed Hueys make a pass at the target, unleashing their 2.75 rockets and machine gun fire. Then the copters radio the PACVs to move in closer with their 50 caliber machine guns, ringing the enemy stronghold with their firepower. the shelling ceases, troops from the PACV cautiously search the area. Several camouflaged Viet Cong craft are discovered. They yield maps, rice, ammunition, and a number of documents wrapped in waterproof coverings. Another operation concludes successfully, as a new air and water patrol technique is used effectively to seek out the enemy.
PACVs quickly established a reputation among the Viet Cong, who called them Quai Wat, monsters, because of their size and unique nose art. Still, their fame didn't last very long. They seemed to be effective only if the enemy wasn't tipped before their arrival, and the excessive engine noise gave the Viet Cong on the riverbanks plenty of warning. So their high profile and degree of threat, the Navy PACVs and Army ACVs, air cushion vehicles in Vietnam, became major targets. The Viet Cong used ambushes and naval mines against the PACVs. Mines proved especially effective. The PACV was frequently compared to a helicopter because of its speed, terrain crossing ability, maintenance requirements and cost. Army ACV units operated similarly to air cavalry. During the conflict, 2 of the US Army's 3 hovercraft were destroyed by the Viet Cong. The Navy PACVs in Vietnam were considered unsuccessful in evaluations and were withdrawn in 1970.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.